still the spread of coronavirus COVID-19 ravaging the country and the world at large, Edo State Ministry of Education, in collaboration with Edo Broadcasting Service (EBS) and Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools (ASUS), Edo State, presents a television program for students in senior secondary schools titled Edo State Educational Program, particularly for those writing the West African Senior School Certificate Examination (WASSCE) and the National Examination Council (NECO) for the year 2020, scheduled for the months of May, June, and July. The program will be held on EBS television every day from 12 noon to 1 p.m., beginning from Monday, April 6, 2020. The days and subjects for these programs are Mondays, Mathematics; Tuesdays, English; Wednesdays, Physics; Thursdays, Biology; Fridays, Geography; Saturdays, Civic Education and Economics; and Sundays, Chemistry. Parents and guardians are therefore advised to draw the attention of their children or wards to this opportunity during the stay-at-home period.
Good day, viewer. My name is Dr. Morodo Usarime Evans. I'm here to teach you. This morning, we shall be looking at arithmetic progression. We shall begin with this topic because of the importance of this topic in secondary school, especially in XXT. Arithmetic progression, by way of definition, is a sequence whose term or consecutive term differs by a constant. The constant is called the common difference. It is usually denoted by the letter D. Today, I will also introduce us to how to determine the common difference of any given sequence. We're going to start from that, and thereafter we'll look at the general formulas of resolving problems of arithmetic progression. So let's look at the definition. So how do we determine the common difference of any given sequence? The common difference is determined if you are given a particular value or numbers. The sequence or the common difference is represented by definition second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term, so on and so forth. So let's determine some of this sequence on the board. As you can see on the board, we have the common difference represented with letter D. It is usually the second term minus the first term, or it could be the third term minus the second term, in that order. So we're going to take an example of a sequence and then determine the common difference. So let's consider two examples quickly. This question on the board before us is a sequence as a student, you should follow the order of the formula of common difference. We have the first question, 5, 10, 15, 20. And it is an infinite sequence because it's a continuous sequence. The second one we have 3, 5, 7, 9. We shall take the first question and see how we can determine the common difference and also establish that the common difference is constant. We have the first 10 as 5, the second 10 as 10, the third 15, the fourth 10, 20. Now, we have said by definition that the common difference is the second 10 minus the first 10, or as the case may be, the third 10 minus the second 10. So, by the way of definition, as we said earlier, D, which is the symbol for the common difference, we have second 10 is 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5. Because the 10 is the second 10. The 5 is the first 10. So if we do this subtraction, we have D. 10 minus 5 will give us what? 5. That is the common difference. Let's establish further to see that we also establish by definition that it could be the third 10 minus the second 10. So the third 10 here is 15 and the second 10 is 10. So we have 15 minus 10. So D, which is the common difference, is 15 minus 10, and that gives us 5. If we continue to establish further, we'll discover that we'll still have the constant 10, which is the common difference. Let's look at example 2 quickly. You will observe also that example 2 is also an infinite sequence and is also an increasing order, just the way we have in example 1. Let's consider the common difference as we did in question number 1. We have the common difference as D. So the first 10 is 3, the second 10 is 5, the third 10 7, the fourth 10 is 9. From the sequence, we observe that the second 10 here is 5. We have 5 minus 3. There we have D, which is the common difference. 5 minus 3 will give us 2. We have 2. Also, by explaining further, let's take the third and the second sequence, if it will actually give us the same value. We have the common difference, D, 7 minus 5. We also establish third 10 minus the second 10. We also give us the common difference. Or it could be fourth 10 minus the third 10. In that order. So 7 minus 5 will give us 2. That is how to determine the common difference of any given sequence or number. We shall move this moment to take the general formula for arithmetic progression. This formula will enable you to solve any question, especially as students preparing for your school sites, WAEC and NECO. You must establish that this formula, without it, you can't be able to solve any problem in arithmetic progression. So I will write the formula on the board and define the terminologies in the formulas. Bracket open, n minus 1, bracket close d. These alphabets that are here are well defined one after the other in order for you to resolve a particular problem given to you. First and foremost, we're going to look at the definition of those terms. A. The alphabet A in this formula represents the first term of any given sequence, the first value of any given word sequence. So we name A, alphabet A, the first term. We have another letter, which is N. N is presented here as the number of terms in the sequence. Number of terms. We shall also look at the next value, which is D. We've already established the value for D, which is the common difference. And I want you to also know that we have Tn. Most textbooks use the value Tn. Some textbooks also use Un. They are all the same. And it also represents the last term. I will define it on the board that Tn is the number of terms sought for. So with this definition of those terms, we can take a good example to establish what we are addressing this morning, arithmetic progression. So I'm going to take a very good question and I want you to follow. Remember, as a student preparing for an external exam, you have to take the question step by step. And you are solving, make sure that the steps you are following are in order. That will attract more marks, especially for us who are an examiner. We look at the steps in mathematics. Let's take example 1. Find the 16 terms of an arithmetic progression AP if the sequence are 3, 7, and 11. When you see a dot of 3 or more, as the case may be, indicate that it's an infinite sequence. So let's take the solution together. I would love to write the sequence again as we begin the solution. I want you to agree with me, viewers, that the first term in this sequence is 3. The second term is 7. And the third term is 11. Now, how do we solve this? How do we get the 1610? What they are telling us now, what will be the value of the 16th position of the sequence? With the help of the formula that we have established, we can get as many number of terms we want to what? Establish. Now, quickly, the next thing to do as a student, you recall your formula, which is very important. Now, when you recall the formula, you begin to solve. Let's write the formula again. By our definition of the formula, we said that A is the first term, N is the number of terms, and D is the common difference. I want you to look at this solution. What is the first value here in this sequence? The first term in this sequence is 3. So that becomes our A. A equals to 3. We also define the next term, N. And what is our N? Is the number of terms. N is equals to the number of terms that you are looking for, which is the 16th term from the question, the 16th term. And we have said that the common difference is usually by a formula, the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term. So we do that. The first term is 3, the second term is 7, the third term is 11. So the second term is 7, will become 7 minus 3, which is the first term. 7 minus 3. And that will give us 7 minus 3, that will give us 4. We have 4. We'll substitute these values into the formula above, and then we'll be able to establish the 16th term of this sequence. Whenever we see our n, we put 16. That is our value of n. Take 16, talk about the 16th term. Is equals to the first term is 3 plus, we are substituting n, bracket n, which is our 16, minus 1. The difference is give it to us 4. So the 16th term, 3 plus 16 minus 1 will give us 15. Bracket 4. Remember, brackets connote multiplication. So we're going to multiply first before we do the addition. Viewers, 15 times 4. 15 times 4 will give us 60. Now that we have 60, we have to add to get the 60 term. So we could say, therefore, the 60 term is equals to 3 plus 60, that will give us 63. So we conclude this solution by saying, in exam, as you are writing or preparing for exam, you say the answer is that the 60th term of the arithmetic progression is 63. That's give us the final answer to this question. Now the question number 1 is clear to us. But let's look at the second example. You observe that the first example, the sequence was an increasing order. Can we take the reverse of a sequence in a decreasing order? Let's look at the board once again. Example 2, the question says, find the 25th term of an AP, arithmetic progression. If the sequence are 7, 4, 1, you observe, viewers, that the sequence is decreasing. Unlike the first example, that the sequence is increasing. We have 7, we have 4, we have 1, in that order. So we're going to start just the way we established example 1. Solution. I was always encourage my students to always recall the formula at any given time before you start any solving. Our formula for arithmetic progression, once again, is Tn equals to A plus bracket N minus 1 bracket D. I want to believe that we're already used to these terminologies in these alphabets, in the formula. A represents our first term. Our N represents the number of terms, and the D is the common difference. Remember, we are looking for the 25th term of the sequence. What will be the value in the 25th position of this sequence? So, just the way we did in question number 1, the first term, you have to identify it, and it's easy to get from the sequence. We have A, which is the first term. A is equal to what? 7 from the sequence. 7. Are you seeing? Thereafter, we move on to the next one. N, the number of terms. It's always in the question. Don't forget that. Our N becomes what? 25. From the question. Don't be thinking where it's 25. It's from the question. Take note of it. And then the common difference, D, is by definition the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term. What is our second term from this sequence? 4. So we have 4 minus the first term, which is 7. So if we decide to subtract 7 away from 4, please be careful. You must understand the sign. The 4 positive is smaller than the value 7 that is negative. You are taking 7 away from 4. Mathematically, what we do is that 4 minus 7 will give us minus 3. I know some of you wonder, why not 3? No. It can't be 3 because 7 is bigger than 4 and it's taking the negative sign. If that 7 minus 4 would have been what? Positive 3. So 4 minus 7 is what? 3. So minus 3 is our answer for the common difference. So we calculate the 25th position T25 for n is 25 is equals to a the first term 7 plus from the formula brackets n which is 7. N is what? 25th, sorry. Minus 1 from the formula is defined there. And the common difference is minus 3. So let's resolve this problem. T25, the 25th term, is equals to 7 plus 25 minus 1. That gives us 24. Minus 3. Our common difference. Don't forget the minus 3. We are going to multiply. I told you earlier, 24 times minus 3 because the brackets indicate here multiplication. We'll do this first, then we establish the answer. 3 times 4, that gives us 12. We put down 2. We carry 1. 3 times 2 here, we give us how many? 6. Plus what we carry becomes how many? 7. You won't throw away the minus. You put the minus there. Some students have challenge with this symbol like this, the signs on the board. 7 plus minus 72. There are 4 basic operational keys in mathematics that every student should understand. Whenever we have plus times a plus, it will give us plus. Minus times plus will give us minus. In either way, plus times minus will still give us minus. But remember, minus times minus will give us plus. So from this question, to get the answer, we have T25 is equals to 7. We all know that plus times minus will give us minus. We have what? Minus what? 72. So the plus has gone. So then we establish the 25th term. The 25th term of this arithmetic progression will become 7 minus 72. If you can't properly, you are taking away 72 from 7, which is not possible. It therefore means, because we have the negative sign for the value that is bigger, so our answer will also reflect the negative sign. So 7 minus 72 will give us minus 65. And that gives us our final word, answer. Is it clear to us? I want to believe that with these 2 examples, you will be able to solve any problem relating to what? Arithmetic progression. But away from that, viewers, we must understand clearly also that there are some questions that may not come in this order. We must understand. Over the years, examination bodies twist their question in order to make students kind of a bit afraid. But it's all the same. I won't understand the formulas. You should be able to apply the formula to get your answer. Shall we take one question different from these 2 examples we have established? Which shall look at a different question. This question, the sequence may have not been given in the order of the first 2 examples we have solved. I want to write the question on the board. Alright. Viewers, I want you to look at this question. I believe you will agree with me that this question is quite different from the first two examples we have established. Let's read the questions together. The 1610 of an arithmetic progression is 93. The 1610 is 93. And its common difference is 6. Find the first 10 of the arithmetic progression and hence calculate the 30th 10. You will look at the question that we have 2 questions we want to find. Now what do? You agree that the first 2 examples, the sequence we're giving, but here they gave us the 1610 and gave us a value. And what is the value? 93. And also this time around they have already given us the common difference. And the value for the common difference is 6. You are not determining it anymore, as the case we have in the other 2 examples. The question is find the first 10. And we don't know the first 10. Represented with the alphabet A. And for that, they said, hence, calculate the 30th 10 of the sequence. Don't be confused here. The 30th 10 will be resolved after we have found the first 10. If you have not been able to establish the first 10, don't bother to solve the 30th 10. Shall we look at the board and solve this problem together? The 1610 is 93. It's given. This 16, they told us, is 93. Don't be confused about that. In that order, it therefore means that n from the formula we have Tn. 16 is taking the position here. Therefore means that n is equals to what? 16. You can find that in the question. The common difference was also given. D equals to 6. Are we following? The next thing to do is to recall the formula. Please, every student, viewer, you should be able to recall this formula at any given time. It's very important. Let's recall it together again. T n equals to a plus brackets n minus 1 bracket d. What is our n? Viewers, 16. So we have T 16 is equals to, remember A is what we are looking for. Permit me to put a question mark. We don't have the value because the question says find the first 10, which is A. So we still have A plus n is 16 minus 1, and the common difference is 6. Remember from the question we have the 1610 of an AP is 93. So this is the 1610. The value will be 93. Equals to, we have A plus 16 minus 1 will give us 15. Don't fail to put your brackets. 6. So 93 is equals to A plus 15 times 6. Let's do together. That gives us what? 90. 6 times 5, that will give us 30. That's 0, carry 3. 6 times 1, that's 6. Plus 3 you have carried, will give us 90. You have 90 there. At least you have to collect items in order to get the value of A, which is the first step. I would like you to write down, collect like terms, values that are similar. Put them to one side and take the other one to the other side. If we do that, mathematically we have 93. We are taking plus 90 to where 93 is, and it's crossing equality sign. So when addition is crossing the equality sign, it becomes what? Negative. We have minus 90. That's why we have minus. This loss will tend to become minus, equals to A. 93 minus 90 will give us 3, equals to A. We can therefore conclude by saying therefore. If 3 is equals to A, it therefore means that A is also equals to what? 3. A equals to what? 3. And that gives us the first term. We have established the first term, which is A. Then, getting the 30th term of the progression, wouldn't be any problem. What do we do? From here, you can recall that our A we have gotten is 3. The 30th term this time around, N is equals to what? 30. We have our N, that's 30. And we move further to establish the number of the common difference, rather, is what? 6. With these 3 parameters, we can establish the 30th term of this progression. So our formula Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1 bracket D. Let's just do quickly to get our answer. T30, remember we're looking for the 30th position. That's what we're calculating right now. Is equals to A is 3. We have 3 plus our N, this time around, the N is what? 30 minus 1 and D 6. T30 is equals to 3 plus 30 minus 1 will give us 29. Bracket 6. We're going further. T30 will be equals to 3 plus 29 times 6. 29 times 6. What do we have? 170 what? No?
No, 4.
174. Are we there? 174. Are we? Now we have got 174. As 29 times 6. What will be the final answer for the 30th term of this arithmetic progression? Therefore, let me use T30 is equals to 3 plus 174 will give us 177. The 30th term is 177, and that gives us our final answer. So that's all about some few questions we can take. But meanwhile, before I conclude, from what we've done so far, I would like to explain some few things in a few minutes in order for us to comprehend exactly what we have been saying. We define the term arithmetic progression, which I believe you have already learned or learned. We establish the common difference. I want to say again quickly that the common difference is very, very crucial or very important. That is always the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term, so on and so forth, whenever you are giving any sequence. The first example we took on the board, we look at it. Even without the formula, because the value is small and closed, you should be able to know the difference between the first number and the second number. But if the numbers are large, the formula will help you to find the common difference. Remember, the common difference is a constant term in between all the sequence. As we move from one to the next, the constant value must appear. If it differs, you know that it's not a sequence. It's not a sequence. So we established these examples and we discovered that the constant value there were the same, and that makes it common difference. We quickly move on to examples. Okay, so the formula. We established the formula, and I told us viewers this, that the formula is very important. For you to solve any problems in arithmetic progression, every student should be able to recall exactly the formula without making any mistake. When your formulas are correct and you know the parameters and the definitions of the terms, then you substitute it to the formulas, you get your answer. We said that the A is the first term, N is the number of terms that you are looking for, and D is the common difference. I also established that the Tn, some textbook will use Un as I said, it also represents what? The last term, and then it's called the number of terms sought for. From the questions on the board, I will take just a minute to run through them. You discover that example 1, we are given a sequence 3, 7, and what? 11. And the first term in the sequence is 3. The second term, 7. The third term is 11. And we apply the formulas by the definition we have given already. And we discover that A is the first term, which is the first value. N is the 16th position of the value we are looking for in the arithmetic progression. So N is equals to 16, and then D is the common difference, second term minus the first term, which gives us 4. Substituting this value rightly, we got the answer 63. The 16th position of this sequence, if you count first term, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, to the 16th position, the value you will have there, as you keep adding 4, which is the common difference, you're going to have what? 63. And that's settled. Example 2, similar. The difference is that the sequence was in a decreasing order, and that's why we have the negative answer, minus 65. So follow the procedure for example 1, you get example 2 correctly. So meanwhile, I round up with this last one, which was a bit different from the first 2 examples we established. We discovered that the 16th term of an arithmetic progression is 93. Please don't be confused. The 16th term is telling us that the value there is 93. It's a positional statement, so you must take the value the way it is. And its common difference is 6. The first thing to establish is to find the first term. And I said that the 16th position, which is the 16th term, is 93. The way it is given, follow that way. Remember that Tn is always the value we have for our formula. So therefore, n becomes what? 16 is given from the question. The common difference, don't forget, you don't need to find it. Don't be confused about it. It's already given. It's 6. Then the first thing to find is the first term, which is a. So we substitute into the formulas again. Always recall your formulas in order to guide you so that you know exactly where you are headed. So we recall the formula Tn equals to A plus bracket n minus 1 bracket D. And the T is here. We have then as 16 equals to A we don't know plus 16 minus 1 from the formula. Bracket D, what is D? 6, given from the question. The 16th term is 93, is given, put it there, equals to A plus 16 minus 1 is 15. Bracket 6, the common difference. 93 equals to a value of A, remember we're looking for a don't put value, plus 15 times 6, we have 90. We have to collect the like terms in order to get the value of A, which is the first term. Collected items will bring 93 down. Positive 90 is crossing the equality sign here. We have what? Minus 90 equals to what? A. So 93 minus 90 will have what? 3 equals to A. And the same time we can say, therefore, A is equals to what? 3. To establish the last question quickly is that you must not stop there. You must establish the 30th term. This one will give you your marks. By following these steps, you must establish the second question. And hence calculate the 30th term. A is 3. From our calculation, it means you got this first term wrongly, it will affect the second solution. And that's why you must be careful. It's not a direct question. So therefore, now the value of A is 3, and this time around is 30. It's given from the question. The common difference is still established as 6. So we recall the formulas again and establish T. Position of N is 30 equals to the value of A. This time around you have it. Just put it there, substitute 3 plus N is 30 minus 1, and the common difference 6. T30 equals to 3 plus 30 minus 1 will give us 29 times what? 6. And the 30th position is equals to 3 plus 29 times 6, we have 147. Then add it together, we have what? 177. And that will give us the 30th term on this arithmetic progression. Thank you for viewing.